Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you guys are located in the world. It is me, Vince Geddes, the insurance guy, where I help individuals, business owners, as well as families build a better benefit plan than they can find anywhere else. And today I'm going to talk about what I call the alphabet boys. We're talking about IULs, Index Universal Life Policies, 401k's, and IRAs, and the differences in how these vehicles can affect your retirement if you are an individual looking to retire, or if you have one of these vehicles. All right, so we're going to get right to it. Not going to keep you too long. We're going to express how these vehicles work. So first things first, we're going to talk about the IRAs and the 401k's, because a lot of people have IRAs and 401k's, but they don't understand exactly what they have. They think the 401k's and the IRAs are structured for their retirement. They are promoting them as they are for your retirement, when in actuality they are investment products, meaning that they are subject to loss. You can always lose that 401k at any time. So let's talk about some of the cons of having a 401k. When you get a 401k, when you retire or withdraw your money, you are in the highest tax bracket ever. You are subject to penalties if you pull out any money from your 401k before it accrues or grows. Again, you're fully taxed as you use it. Also, you must use it at a certain age, 63, in order to use a 401k. But now it's 65, because the government, they can change that at any time. They can say 63, they can say 65. Now it's 65. 2 more years now, they might say 67 in order for you to even get to a 401k. Also, it is taxed twice upon distribution to non-spousal heirs. So your wife, she may be able to get your 401k, but your grandkids, if you were to die, or your children, if you were to die, they're going to get taxed twice on that 401k, meaning they're going to have to worry about estate tax and state tax itself. One of the benefits, and not even say one of the benefits, 3 of the benefits of a 401k is that it is tax deferred funding, meaning that you don't have to pay taxes while you fund your 401k. Number 2, some of the advantages of having a 401k, it is tax deductible funding, meaning that anytime you fund your 401k, you are allowed to use that money to lower your taxes every year. So if you put $3,000 in your 401k, you are allowed to put that on your taxes every year to bring your taxes down. And also possible matching. You may put in $1 and your job put in $1, or your job put in 50 cents. Let's just say your job put in $1. So your job is going to match you. Sounds great, but the fine print is capital gains tax, in which that is 50%, in which Uncle Sam will take away from any profit that you make. So if your job is matching you $1, Uncle Sam is going to take 50 cents of that. So you really got $1, which is your dollar that you earn, and 50 cents. So that's some of the things that a 401k entails. So I'm going to also break down what an IUL is, Index Universal Life Policy. Index, meaning that it is attached to a stock index, S&P 500, Dow Jones. It is attached to a stock index. And universal life is nothing more than life insurance. I'm going to break down how these components work. 40% goes towards the savings of the Index Universal Life Policy, and 60% of what you put into your premium goes towards your life insurance. So if you put in $1, 40 cents goes towards the savings component of the IUL, and 60% goes towards the life insurance portion of the IUL. Now, some of the benefits of having a IUL is that it passes along to your spouse or your offspring tax-free. You don't have to worry about taxes. You don't have to worry about estate tax coming in. You don't have to worry about state coming in. That can be 40% of your money gone. So if you got $100,000, $40,000 is going towards state tax, and the state taxes, you don't have to worry about that when you get an IUL. Number 2, you are guaranteed 1%. Guaranteed 1%. That does not sound a lot, but the market, as you guys know, it goes up, it goes down. If we're in wartime, it might go up. If we are making a lot of money, America is looking great, it goes up. But if the market tanks in any kind of way, you don't lose anything. I'm going to bring back 2008. 2008, when I was first learning Nelson Nash's Become Your Own Banker and studying Douglas Andrew and learning about IULs and fresh off the boat from learning insurance and telling people about these wonderful things that I was learning. I was telling veteran insurance agents about this concept and things that was going on, and even warning them about this bubble that was going to happen with real estate, because I understood that the banks were taking their 401k's and investing it in real estate because real estate was hot at that time. And I seen a lot of these subprime mortgages. And when the subprime mortgages fail, then people who invested their money in those 401k's, they had those 401k's and their money was invested in the real estate, they were the ones to suffer, not the banks. The people were the ones that lost, because the people are the ones that fund the bank, if you understand what I'm saying. So the people were the ones that lost. So you are guaranteed 1% with a market cap of 13%. So for an example, if the stock market was to go up 20%, the most that you will be able to get is 13%, and it compounds annually. It grows every year. Another good thing is that it has tax-free loans, meaning that you can borrow from it at any time. Unlike a 401k, if you was to pull some money out of your 401k, they're going to tax you 10% for pulling money out of your 401k. When you borrow from the IUL, they are not going to tax you for pulling money from your IUL. Another thing, it has some riders that's associated with it. Critical illness rider, as well as a long-term care rider. Critical illness, if you was to mess around and have a heart attack or a stroke, get paralyzed, they're going to give you a cash benefit because that happened to you. If you need to go into a long-term care facility, they're going to give you a cash benefit to pay for that. And believe me, when we talk about long-term care facilities, you get what you pay for. I have a mother that's in a long-term care facility. They are very expensive. What I'm speaking of right now is leverage. If you don't know what leverage is, this is to use something at its maximum advantage. Being able to leverage your income. If you got money in the bank, leverage it in an IUL. You're going to get the cash. You're going to make money. You're going to make money, but also you're going to use your money to do more than one thing besides just sit in the bank. If you die, it's a death benefit for your family. If you live, as long as you got that 1% coming in every year, you're going to get something from it. If you have a stroke, it's going to be beneficial to you. So this is leverage, using leverage. Now, you hear a lot of people talk about these IULs, Index Universal Life Policies. I know you have heard it probably on the radio. Some sort of guru may have talked about it. One of the things about these IULs that are very, 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 very tricky is understanding how to use these IULs to its advantage, to your advantage. Because no one can just do an IUL, all right? I'm going to break down how IUL works. I gave you a little bit of information, but how to structure it properly, you have to have a mutual company, not a corporate company. You can do it with a corporate company, but it won't grow as fast as it should. And a mutual company compared to a corporate company. Corporate companies, companies like Prudential, companies that advertise online, or you may see a commercial with the duck. Those are corporate companies. Those are companies that pay dividends or money annually or quarterly to the shareholders of that company. They have a share in that company. So every year, if the stock goes up based on the performance of the company, the shareholders get a check. Now with the mutual companies, these are companies that's been around for hundreds of years. You may have never heard of them. Northwestern Mutual is one of them. Mutual of Omaha is one of them. New York Life is one of them. Guardian is one of them. These are companies that pay dividends or money to the policyholders. When you purchase a policy from these companies, you are not just a person that have an insurance plan. You are a person that has a share within that company. So based on the performance of that company yearly, they will give you an incentive or some money in the form of a dividend based on the performance of the company. So when you see people that come to you and say, hey, I can set you up a IUL. I've been approached by a couple of agents that tried to set me up an IUL with a corporate company. And before I could see a dime, I had to wait 5 years before it starts to accumulate anything. But I've also had agents come to me with mutual companies in which I'm able to pull a loan in year 1. So it builds cash value a lot faster. These are vehicles that build cash value a lot faster than 401k's. Also, they are safe from creditors. So if someone wants to sue you and you have money in a 401k, not a 401k, they can take your 401k if they sue you. But if you have an IUL, they can't sue you because it is life insurance. It is life insurance. So I hope this video was very informative to you. I'm going to try to make it short and sweet. I know 10 minutes is not short and sweet, but I want to give you as much information as possible to understand how these vehicles work, because there's a lot of people out here giving false information when it comes to financial planning and financial education. I want you to know about the alphabet boys. I want you to know about what an IUL is, an IRA is, a 401k is. Some people think 401ks are the greatest thing in the world, but they are not thinking about what's going to happen when it's time to withdraw the money and you are getting taxed. Just got through talking to a guy a minute ago. Thought he had the greatest thing in the world. But if you don't know what you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. Been doing this a long time. So if you are looking for someone to help you navigate yourself through this web of misinformation, you can reach out to me at vincegaddis.com. That's www.vincegaddis.com, and set up an appointment with me where I will love to sit down with you and talk about life insurance, getting yourself some life insurance, term life insurance, health insurance, whatever you might need in regards to protecting yourself, your family, or your business. I love talking about this. We'll have you well taken care of. Or you can reach out to me at area code 770-882-6964. That's 770-882-6964. All right. So again, I hope this video brings you guys wealth. You guys take it easy. I love you guys out there. Be safe and take care of yourself. Have a good one.